When you are on the go, you need your credit union to be right there with you. Hughes Federal Credit Union makes your life easier. For 65 years, Hughes has called Southern Arizona home and has given back to our community. Isn't that who you want as your financial partner?
Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Greg Hansen. Greg, a week ago you left to go cover the Pac-12 tournament. The Arizona Wildcats were considered a 3 seed somewhere, maybe far away. In the span of 3 games, this team has been reborn as a trendy pick to not only go to the Final Four, but to win the whole thing. How?
How long did we say, well, Trier's coming back, Trier's coming back, Trier's coming back?
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back.
He changed the whole team finally. And it took about a month for it to be incorporated.
Right. It's really interesting to me watching in their wins over both UCLA and Oregon. One-on-one, he has gotten very good. You can now clear out and let Trier sort of ISO against somebody. That wasn't happening in the first month when he was back. There's a lot of trying to get to the basket, ignoring double teams. He just wasn't feeling it. I mean, he made some moves, especially against Oregon, where you sit there and go, oh, this guy's as good as anybody in the country.
I thought he was good or better than Dylan Brooks that night. And I thought, I mean, everywhere I go in the last 3 months, people go, boy, Sean Miller can't coach against his own. Well, he can coach against his own now.
Yeah.
Because after a month of tinkering with everybody and getting them in their right places, it worked.
Yep. It worked. It worked at the best possible time. I mean, not only did they beat UCLA and Oregon, they kind of whooped UCLA and Oregon.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is the incredible part. Both games, you're looking at double-digit leads in the second half, kind of with their foot off the gas. I mean, it's...
They came out so strong.
Right.
They didn't have to come from behind. Lonzo Ball was no factor in the second half. Dylan Brooks in the second half, where'd he go?
Right.
Lauri Markkanen now plays down low. Lonzo Trier runs the show. Parker Cartwright can hit any 3 he ever takes. Man, the team's been remade. Chance Comanche can make jumpers.
Right.
Maybe it'll all stop.
Right.
But, boy, right now, looks good.
And you compare it to that stretch that they had really in the last month of the regular season where they did not look good for long stretches of play. I mean, really, even against Arizona State in their regular season finale, this was not a team that you looked at and went, Final Four. Now, I mean, say this about Sean Miller. His teams usually peak at about the right time.
Except, you know, last year they just didn't have the personnel.
Right.
Zeus plateaued, Ryan Anderson plateaued, Gabe York wasn't, you know, a star kind of a player.
Right. How's this for a blast from the past? Mark Tollefson was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have better players across the board this year. Raleigh Alkins, I mean, he kind of gets lost in the headlights. Not in the headlights.
If this was another year, Raleigh Alkins would be a guy that people wore jerseys of around town. I mean, I still think he's as compelling a player as they have on their roster.
And Miller referred to him with the most appropriate word, a pillar.
Wow.
He's our pillar.
He's versatile. I mean, and it's hard to compare him, but watch me totally do that right now. I mean, to me, if Rondé Hollis-Jefferson and Michael Wright kind of got smushed into one guy, you get Raleigh Alkins. The hard-nosed, like Michael Wright was, physical, pretty good in the post. But then, I mean, there's a life to him that Rondé had. You know, very much a personality.
And then there's Kadeem Allen, who makes it all work.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've got parts.
Yeah.
You need parts.
Absolutely.
They've got parts.
And if the point guard is the extension of the head coach, for the first time maybe all year, you have to like Arizona's chances.
Yeah.
Kadeem Allen is peaking. Parker Jackson-Cartwright has gone from bench guy to contributor. They don't make mistakes, and they've played really well against two of the best guards in America the last couple weeks.
Yep. My only advice that I would ever give on this, as it starts now, is if you can find on the internet, and you can find it real easy, 2-minute video of PJC's dad, Ramon Cartwright, in the stands the last 2 minutes of the Oregon game, going, freaking out.
Wow.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Watch it, because that will describe the next 3 weeks.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Gosh, how do you look so rested? Look at me. I've got this thing going on. I'm not sleeping. You come in. You look like you just got off the course.
I did. And I got 2 hours sleep Saturday night.
2 hours.
Zach Rosenblatt got 0.
0. Oh, man. To be, how old, 25?
Yeah.
To be 25 and in Las Vegas again. That would be fantastic. Greg, one last thing before we go. Going back to the state of Utah to Salt Lake City, this has been the site of some great Arizona basketball games. Outside of that Gonzaga Classic, what else stands out?
The Santa Clara game in 1993 was epic.
Right.
The way, do you know Arizona scored 25 consecutive points in the middle of that game and lost?
And still lost to
Steve Nash? To a 15 seed?
Wow.
You can't beat those two games, the Gonzaga game and the Santa Clara game.
Wow. You think there's going to be another tight finish this week, or do you think they walk through?
I think they walk through.
All right. That'll do it for this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. For Greg Hansen, I'm excited. This is the best time of year.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.